And the next one here is please, what signs show that Allah is pleased or displeased with me?
What are the signs that Allah is pleased with you? From the signs that Allah is pleased with you is that worship becomes easy for you. From the signs that Allah is pleased with you is that worship becomes easy for you. You find pleasure in worship. You observe Salah, you find pleasure in it. You fast in Ramadan, you find pleasure in it. You find joy in it. You find delight in worship. Like the Prophet ﷺ, whenever he became bothered with anything, he went for Salah, 2 units of prayer. So Salah, ibadat, generally speaking, will be pleasing to you. You find it easy. When you want to give sadaqat, you like to give sadaqat because you are delighted. Your mind is connected to it. These are from the signs that Allah is pleased with you. From the signs that Allah is pleased with you also is that Allah makes you understand the religion. You have a good understanding of Islam. You have a good knowledge about Islam. This is a symbol that Allah is pleased with you. Your deen is sound. You have a good understanding. Apart from worship being easy for you, you understand this deen according to the Quran. You understand the deen according to the Sunnah. It is from the symbols that Allah is pleased with you, subhanahu wa ta'ala. From the symbols that Allah is pleased with you is that He grants you a righteous wife. From the symbols that Allah is pleased with you is that He grants you a righteous wife, a woman who is obedient to you. She will not come in your face to abuse you, insult that women become engrossed in our own times. You have a righteous wife. If it were a woman, you have a righteous husband. When you have a righteous husband, it's from the signs that Allah is pleased with you, because that righteous wife or the righteous husband will not guide you except upon what Allah is pleased with, so to help you upon attaining Allah's pleasure in this world and in the hereafter. So these are symbols that Allah is pleased with you. From the symbols that Allah is pleased with you is that He makes sustenance easy for you. From the symbols that Allah is pleased with you is that He makes sustenance easy for you. You find what you can eat, halalan tayyiban. You find what you can eat out of halal. It is from the symbols that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is pleased with you. From the symbols that Allah is pleased with you, that sometimes He brings you trials. From the symbols that Allah is pleased with you is that trials will come. The Prophet said, alayhi salatu wasalam, Inna Allah idha ahabba al-abda bitalahu. When Allah loves a servant, He tries him. He will bring you trials. That's why those who were worst tried, who suffered the biggest trials, were the Anbiya and Rusul. They suffered huge trials. Why? Allah loves them. Those are symbols that Allah likes the servant. He may fall ill. He may have a loss. He may have a child pass away. He may have a wife pass away. She may have a husband pass away. She'll be tried so that she can remain firm upon righteousness and be rewarded hugely for being patient. وَبَشِّرِ الصَّابِرِ الَّذِينَ إِذَا أَصَابَتْهُمْ مُصِيبَةٌ قَالُوا إِنَّا لِلَّهِ وَإِنَّا إِلَيْهِ رَاجِعُونَ. Look at Salama radiallahu anha. She lost Abu Salama. Abu Salama. Abu Salama died in a battle as a shaheed because he died from the injury from that battle. So when a person dies from the injury of a battle jihad that is valid, then that person is a shaheed. Abu Salama, her first husband, died as a shaheed. Allah made her to become married to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. The death of Abu Salama was a trial, and she handled it with a lot of sabr. And then Allah provided her with the Prophet Muhammad. You see that her level has increased from being the wife of a companion and a shaheed to the wife of a Rasul and Nabi. So trials come to increase our ranks, not to destroy us. So when we are patient and we handle them well, then we become from those who gain higher ranks before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So these are signs that Allah is pleased with. From the signs that Allah is displeased with an individual is that he can understand everything about this dunya, but he will not understand the religion of Allah. Not to understand the religion of Allah is a symbol that Allah is displeased with an individual. Because that will finally earn him Allah's displeasure in this world and then in the hereafter. It will lead him, if he's not careful, to Jahannam. A person does not understand the religion. Not just that, he does not care about learning the religion. He doesn't care, I don't learn, I don't care, I don't. That is the approach of that person. It is from the symbols that Allah is displeased with the individual. From the symbols that a person may be under Allah's displeasure is that he hates righteousness and he hates righteous people. When a person hates righteousness, if you talk about salat, and I say, no, talk about something else. But when you talk about football, he will welcome it. When you talk about entertainment and entertainers, he's happy. But when you talk about the messengers of Allah and the companions of the Prophet, he's sad. This is from the symbol that that person is upon the path of wretchedness. May Allah protect us from that. From the symbols that the person is upon trials is that he may never be tried with anything. Everything is smooth for him. Everything is smooth. Everything is smooth. These days we think that when a person has everything smooth, then it means that Allah is pleased with him. No. It will be smooth sometimes, it will be tough sometimes, it will be smooth sometimes, it will be tough sometimes. But when a person has everything smooth, then he should be careful. He should begin to check himself very well. He should begin to check himself very well. Then I'll mention two of them and I'll stop there again. From the symbols that righteous people like you. From the symbols that Allah is pleased with you is that righteous people like you. They are in genuine love for you. They like you. When righteous people like you, it is from the symbols that Allah is pleased with you. When the generality of the righteous people, they like you, they love you, they pray for you, they draw you near themselves. It is from the symbols that Allah is pleased with you for directing the hearts of righteous people towards you. Allah is pleased with you. When truly righteous people hate you and dislike you, perhaps that's also from the symbols that Allah is displeased with you. Righteous people dislike you. They hate you. They don't want to have anything to do with you. When you come in a gathering, they like to stand up and go away. Be careful. That is a red flag for you. Be careful about what you are doing. Perhaps Allah hates you, subhanahu wa ta'ala. So these are general symbols that we can mention about Allah's love for an individual or Allah's hatred for an individual. And when Allah hates an individual, it is not just that Allah hates you. Allah's hating you is a reward, it's a recompense for your own evil deeds. It's not just that, why does now Allah hate? No, it is a reward for your evil deeds. When you are evil in your ways, when you are nonchalant towards the religion of Allah, the reward you get in return for that is that you gain Allah's hatred. May Allah protect all of us and make us from amongst those who love Him and from amongst those that He loves. From amongst the signs that Allah hates a servant is that he leaves Islam. From the signs that Allah hates a servant is that he leaves Islam. May Allah protect all.